Hey guys, how y'all doing? So today I'm gonna show y'all a few things about Google that you can use for school, work, friends, social life, really anything. Even just to keep things on your computer to where they never go away. So first thing I'd like to go over is Google Docs. Okay, so in Google Docs, you can see I've used Google Docs a lot, and I still do to this day. But it's basically like Word. Like Microsoft Word. It's just the only thing is that, if my computer would like shut down right now, this would save no matter what. Everything on Google always has a backup save, which is very nice. Something that I truly do like about Google is that it's always safe. But what I'd like to show y'all is back here, things about Google Docs is you can make a resume on here. See, once you click resume, Um, it already has everything. Hello, it says I'm your name. It has where you put your street, your city, all the skills where you've worked. But it's more than just a resume. It's all these different you know um, options that you can choose. Like right here, it says pet resume, right, for your dog. Um, Work, you have projects, meeting notes, businesses. So for a business, you have a consulting agreement. Um, if you want to be a newsletter, if you have a newspaper company, you know, um, people use this every single day of their lives, right, for their careers and whatnot. So I think Google Docs is honestly to me is one of the most important things on Google, the most beneficial things. And then the next thing that I want to show y'all is Sheets. So if you click on Sheets, now just remember, on all of these that I'm going to show you today, you could start a new tab, and type in whatever you want. Google Sheets. You do not have to have a Gmail. Remember that. You do not have to have a Gmail and have to go right here to the top right. You can always just get a tab, open it up, type in whatever you want, and it'll come up. And then every single time it comes up, see if I click on slides, forms, all of them say go to Google Slides. So you click right here, go to Google Sheets, and it brings you up right here. Look, boom, the same exact thing. It's the same exact tab. So whichever one you have, if it's on Gmail, you can come right here to the top right and click these little dots. If you don't have a Gmail, don't stress, you don't have to make one. You could just use Google tabs instead. So Google Sheets, right? Well, um, for instance, I'm a coach in Abbeville, and for our depth chart with all the players, we have all their names. So it's first round. It's first string, second string, third string, right? So these are all the defensive positions on the defensive side of the ball, and who would be starting, right? These are all the first strings, second strings, third strings. Um, it's more than just football, but what you can do is basically what a spreadsheet is just like Microsoft Excel. So if you ever use Excel, it's the same exact thing. But a lot of people use this for charts and spreadsheets, right, for work. Um, for instance, I know somebody who was the manager at the Cajun Home for catering, and she would use these all the time. And you would have multiple kinds of alcohol at the top, and the food that they have, and the appetizers, and even as simple as spinach, right? And how many bags of spinach they would need, and how many bottles of Budweiser. And the spreadsheet comes down like this right here. So this would all be a column of the names of it, right? Kind of like a chart. And then whenever you come out here, this would be the price for B, and then this would be number that they bought last year, this year, and whatnot. And you make a spreadsheet based off of what you need and to prepare yourself for the best um, way possible. So another thing I want to show y'all is Google Draw. So if you go to Google Draw, um, click on this right here. So Google Draw isn't really that different than all the other things. The only thing obviously is that you can draw, but it's really for designing and portraying like artistic things that you need, or a visible, it's more of a visible thing rather than reading, right? It's more of a portrait of stuff. So as you can see right here, you can make lines, arrows, elbow connector, right? So you can make it as deep as you want, as even, straight line, up, whatever. You can also print, file, edit. You can do all those, like click on the other things. If you kind of just aren't really good with like toolbars, you can always use insert right here, and it'll have everything for you. You can still type on here. You could still, type like regular, but it's really for like charts, diagrams, where you can draw and show people, what you're trying to articulate and what you're trying to portray, and all these things like that. Another cool thing, you can do this with pretty much anything, but on here it is for this reason, right? You can upload photos, and you can draw on the photos and make graphs and all kinds of stuff like that. So that's Google Draw. Then if you go to the slide presentation, so if you come back right here, or you can go on a tab, like I said earlier, and you come to Google Slides. Just find that right here. So Google Slides is just like PowerPoint, right? It's pretty self-explanatory. On the right side, it has themes. So if you're into dark themes, right, you click this. Now your PowerPoints are dark. If you are making a PowerPoint, let's say about math, well, this looks like graphs and bars and whatnot. Or you're making one that's like laid back and kind of modern. This is a different font. You see the font, tall letters in all caps. And then if you're making one for a presentation, you might want to find like a very nice, sophisticated, design. Nothing too showy, like for class or something. But you can also import your theme. So if you click on import theme, it'll have all these things that you could upload, especially if you have one on your computer that you really like. And whenever you want a new slide, you just click this plus arrow. You see now it's all different. And you could also change the boxes, which is just the same thing as Microsoft PowerPoint, right? You can make them different. Like if you want one box right here, one box right here. See, now they're side to side. You see. And then whenever you're done, you press present, and this is your PowerPoint. That's really about it for slides. It's not as in depth as everything else on Google. And the last thing is, so I can't see forms on my Google option right here, so I'm gonna go type it in. But Google Forms is basically like a survey. If you've ever taken a survey, a lot of teachers will use it, especially in high school. Not that much in college, but so basically, so right here is Google Forms. You can use this as a like survey. A lot of teachers in high school use it as a surveying kind of thing. Um, it's not really used for anything else, right? So for forms, if you're doing a project on most common fruit eaten in Louisiana, that's where we're at today. So right here, you click on option 1, and you would say banana, and you start naming your fruits. I'm not going to name all of them because that would take ages, but let's just name these, okay? So you can do multiple choice. You can do short answer, paragraph, where people respond in that way. So if I do short answer, I'd have to restart, but you get the gist of it. So if I'll do multiple choice, I can do multiple options. Like I said, banana, um, apple, and then orange. Okay, so once I'm done right here, I could also change the text and the font. I can come right here and I can also add a picture. So if I want to add a picture of a banana, right? So I can press insert and a banana will be right here. You don't have to put these pictures, but this is just kind of to help you show what you're, if it's like a long sentence talking about a certain car, right, describing all the brands and the year and the color, you can just put the picture of the car, right, like a red car, but you can go in depth if somebody's interested in the details. And then once you're done with that, you press send, and when the send option comes up, you type in your email addresses. And this is the subject of what we wrote right here. So the title page, right? If I don't know if I can move this, but title page behind this is the same exact thing. And so then it also says, I've invited you to fill out a form. You can also add collaborators. So collaborators will basically be people who can change things and add on to things that you've just created. Um, and then you can also share on Facebook and Twitter. And also you have a URL link to do that. And that's really about it for all the Google additives. There really aren't that many more, but there are still some more that Google offers. Right? News, you can follow news on here. I mean, if you're on your computer every day at a certain job, and this is almost like your cell phone, you can use it like this. And you can use it to be news and meet with people like we've talked about before, and calendar. You can blog on here. You can keep. So what that does is you can keep reminders, hangouts. You can talk to your friends, and Google Classroom also if you're a teacher or instructor or of any sort of a people learn from you, right? That's a good thing too. Google Classroom, everybody can go in it, kind of like a Google Docs. So in Google Docs, if you open it up with multiple people, I'll just show you all that real quick. You open that up with multiple people, and you're in it. Their little icons. See, mine is just a Q right here. The little icons will come up if their name's Sarah will be a S, Thomas will be a T, whatever, and those are all a different color. And as we're all typing on here, Thomas could be typing while I'm typing another paragraph, and Sarah could be typing, and Joe and all your friends could be typing on here at the same exact time. And you could also communicate on here too, which is very cool. But that's also allowed on PowerPoint, and all the other things on Google are all multi personnel, so multiple people can use it all at once.